Luke chapters 11 and 12. Was there ever anybody so tempted and so victorious as Jesus? In these chapters, he has one of his confrontations with the Pharisees, those would-be controllers of the people's conscience and integrity. They were disliked, but they wielded great power, enormous power. Even the powerful Sadducees who had jurisdiction over the Temple Mount, even they had to yield to the Pharisees' power and authority. Now, if Jesus wanted power, he could court the favour of the Pharisees, and in time he could rise to the top. He may even persuade them to name him King, Messiah. You know, most men convince themselves that they will change once they get into the seat of power. They would then become a force for good. The end would justify the means. But it rarely, if ever, works out like that. And as for Jesus, well, the means to the end were all important. It was impossible for him to compromise his integrity. Impossible because he trusted God, and God would never achieve right by a wrong road. Jesus would not connive or manipulate his way to power. He was, quite simply, incorruptible. Once he said that the devil was coming, but that he had nothing in him. In other words, there was nothing in Jesus that tallied with the devil, unlike us. Another time he challenged the Pharisees with the words, "Which of you accuses me of sin?" And they were silent, and their silence was an admittance of his perfection. What was it like to have a friend from your days in rural Galilee who became more than the equal to the brightest minds of the day, the Pharisees, the lawyers, and so on, and you knew that friend was as true to you as he had been in obscurity in Galilee? Life isn't usually like this, you know. Refer to anyone who becomes great. They lose touch with their boyhood friends, even if they fondly reminisce. For the most part, life lives us. Life is like a strong river current that sweeps us along. But not so Jesus. He was incorruptible. His nature was as bright and childlike and trusting in Judea amongst the lawyers as it had been in Galilee, when he probably sailed his toy boat on the sea with the other children. And he remains the same today. Incredible.